What up, Dokkaners? So, there's been a lot of conversation happening ever since the reveals. The unit reveals for the upcoming 11th anniversary. This video is going to be going over your thoughts on what has been revealed so far. Now, I'm telling you right now, I am very tired. I have been live for 6.5 hours, 7 hours. It is almost 8 in the morning and I am exhausted. So I don't want there to be any profanity in the video, but not everyone will adhere to this part. So hide your kids, don't let them watch, because this video is probably going to have a bunch of inappropriate words in it. All right. And I am too tired to work around it. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump in here. What are your thoughts on the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta animations? What about their kits? Do you like the new EX super attack mechanic? Before we jump in and read your thoughts, let me start by giving mine real quickly. I think that the Super Saiyan 4 Goku animations are very incomplete. The more that I think about it, the more that I get bummed out about it. I think the standard of quality that is sort of expected during an anniversary was not met, and I am very disappointed in that regard when it comes to something that I have been hoping to see for a long time. Daima has been out for a while, and you got to remember, Dragon Ball Super is coming back in half a year. So this was really going to be it for Daima in terms of like the peak, apex, pinnacle of actual hype, as much as we can salvage anyway. So the fact that it just wasn't complete, and the more that I think about it, it just kind of bums me out. But in terms of the characters' builds, the design, I like how it works. I am a Daima fan, so there is some bias there. As far as Vegeta's animations, they were much better collectively overall. Still a few issues, especially on the intro, but I liked it. In terms of kits, I love what they're doing. Not so much the EX super attack. I'm more so a fan of what they have done with the supports. The support meta is evolving. We're getting more than just stats now. We're getting damage reduction. We're getting guard, things like that. So I love where they're going with it. The new EX super attack mechanic, it's kind of hard for me to truly say if I like it or not. I kind of like it. I kind of don't. I see its uses. I don't like the RNG nature of it. So it's going to be more of something that I can really reflect on once I get to, try it out during the anniversary. But that being said, those are some of my thoughts. Let's go ahead and see what you guys have to say. Please, nobody curse. Please, please, please. Hasta luego. Okay, yeah. Theo was not very happy about these characters. First thing I saw on my home feed was just him upset the whole time. Okay. Okay. To you fan, Goku has the best animations in the game. People are mad about a sliding PNG when it is still movement in the anime. It still looked good regardless, because all he needed to do was to punch Goma into the ground. Vegeta's kit is underwhelming though, but I'm glad Mini Super Saiyan 3 is top tier. That's funny because I disagree. I'm pretty much the opposite on that first part. I think Vegeta's animations are better. The sliding PNG, it's just that like I feel the standards are higher and much more warranted to be higher on an anniversary. So putting the animations under a microscope and being more critical, I think of all times, is much more deserved during anniversary. And again, you got to remember, this is it. Like, this is the peak of Daima. I'm not saying it's a send-off, but like they need to deliver, and they just kind of didn't. And actually, some of the parts of Goku, like Goku raising his fist and powering up, you guys mentioned that on my live stream, I forgot about it. They kind of show that moment is more so captured in the character's LR art, not so much in the animation itself. But then when Goku like punches Goma into the ground, the aftershocks that resonates and permeates all around the stage that they're battling on, you get that zoom out shot. Those sorts of like scale type effects, you don't get to see any of that. You just see a flat cracking animation that shows up. So I'm not trying to say that you're wrong outright. I'm just saying that I disagree. And I think some people are going to feel that way very strongly because they want those moments. And if it's not in there, it's not being represented properly. I don't think I should be reacting this much to each one because I will not make it. Oh my God, I'm losing consciousness. Okay. Love everything about Vegeta. Animations are crisp. Kit is very strong. So much needed. So much needed ally buffs. Agreed. EX will be a gamble, but seeing it go off will be worth it. Yeah, I don't think EX is going to be something that we get every single turn. It probably shouldn't be. So that is why we have an RNG mechanic behind it. But I think it is going to be a fun new twist on the game. But it is also going to make events more challenging. So, prepare yourself for that. Animations are obviously not Tech Vegito, AGL Gogeta, or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta level. Wow, really? And the fact that there's 2 characters instead of 3 is a bit disappointing. New EX mechanic, is great. It feels like Int Buhan back in the days, but I feel like it should have been more voiced for Goku. Yes, I agree with that. I think Goku's voiceover for the EX attack was very minimal, should have been more. The EX attack might be the laziest mechanic this game has put out in a while. It's literally a super attack, but better. I agree. Super Saiyan 4, underwhelming too. Vegeta is sick though. I do agree with this. A new mechanic during an anniversary should be something unique, should be something different. And EX attack, while it is unique inherently based on what it's supposed to do and stuff, it's voiced. You can connect the voiced stuff to an active skill. You can connect the animation quality to an active skill. You can connect the randomness or the conditions being met to a Link super attack or a upgraded super attack, a transformed super attack like a Buhan or a Ribrianne. It's not really anything new. It's not really cutting edge to me. And that was what I said at the beginning when I first heard about it. And now when I see it, I still feel the same way. I think we should have had something different. Like a domain is different. A domain, you're creating a home field power bonus or a revive mechanic. You lose, but then you come back, you know? Those are the types of mechanics that I think they should be doing during anniversaries, not something like this where it's kind of just like a polished version of the same thing. It's my opinion, and that is also Space Rat's opinion. Genuinely very underwhelmed. Their super attacks should have been a lot better. Their kits too, they're good, but should have been stronger. And their leader skills, I wanted to be a lot better considering we knew the meta wasn't gonna change. Keep the change, you filthy animal. You gotta do better than that. I kind of understand. Yeah, this is pretty much a less profane version of what I've been seeing on Twitter. And I know Twitter is not the, you know, it doesn't capture the entire population of players. It's just, this is pretty much the only other place we can see besides the server and the comment section. Saw a lot of comments on the stream. That was also fun. Haven't changed my views much since my last take on it. I am extremely excited to run Daima as a category, and that's about all that's new. I am excited about running Daima. And that part and the characters' kits are what I'm most excited about because I love Daima so much. My ability to run this essentially closed circuit team is not in jeopardy. So I will get to enjoy the experience to the fullest, but other people probably might not. What was your original take? The animations are mostly disappointing besides Goku's active and Vegeta's non-EX 12 key active. The animations are mostly disappointing besides Goku's active. Oh, I see. Okay, interesting. The kits are wild and I cannot wait to pull Vegeta and make my Daima team. I'm scared to click because I don't want to see anything inappropriate. But thank you. Love that comment. Got some positivity going. Art. I forgot to read the names. Sorry, guys. Dude, I'm so exhausted. Art looks great. Super Saiyan 4 animations are clumsy, in my opinion, for an anniversary unit. Agreed. Kits look very promising. I still don't like Daima. That's fine. That's fine. If after this you don't like Daima, hey man, I'm not going to try to change you. Goku got the short end for the first time ever. That is true. Vegeta is the winner. That I am happy about. In my opinion, if they switched these picks with GDC, it would have honestly been way better. Yeah, I agree with that. That's it. That's a good take. Jordan. Oh, sorry. Okay. Jordan. BBC Slime. Tanoshi. Everybody. Okay. Goku's intro is incredible. The active, unreal. Everything else, worse than mini Daima. Vegeta is good. Both collectively seem like they're missing parts or you're waiting for them to finish the move. I'm still excited. Love you, Toon. I feel like people are overreacting, but overall it's peak. Nah, it's anniversary. I'm not one to, like, you know, be negative, but I like to think I'm pretty fair. I agree. Like the anger I think is warranted to an extent. Not to like toxic levels, but you know. Put aside the delayed release. This is what they put together animation wise. The source material is great, yet poorly executed. I don't know if I will be a Daima fan. I don't know if I will be a fan if Daima is finally here, but part 2 will receive the grand treatment. Very odd. Yeah. When are we gonna come back to Daima? You know, like after this, when are we coming back? And the missing animations, what is it gonna take for those animations to actually get in? Right? Like, for example, that Goku powering up moment before he uses his World Breaker Kamehameha, that is not in the animations. It is only represented as the LR art. When will that actually become a full-on animation? Because that is not something that you would put on a TUR, on a monthly TUR. That is something that you would put on a Dokkan Festival LR. Considering the next possible LR release for something of that caliber would be GDC, we're not going to do Daima for anniversary and GDC. So, I don't know. It is odd. It is interesting. I might save my stones for part 2. Vegeta had better animations, but Goku's intro. Vegeta's my goat. Animations were not it. Kits are so good, they hyped me even more. I'm more of a kit person. At the end of the day, what they do is probably more important to a good amount of people. So yeah, and what they do is pretty impressive. Both have great utility outside of Daima, but not nearly as much as they would inside Daima, especially the Vegeta. Goku seems like a unit that could have dropped at any celebration during the year. Vegeta is a proper anniversary unit, kit and animation wise. What a time to be alive. A Vegeta unit outshining a Goku unit in anniversary. I know. Isn't that great? This debate is the Gogeta and Omega situation all over again. I don't remember what that was like, but I do know that over time, Omega sort of had moments where he was number 1. But sure, I mean, that will probably be the case. Because we gotta test them out. Like, this is all just, you know, preliminary thoughts and opinions. The animations alone are kind of carrying the conversation. Once the characters are in action, I feel like some of that conversation will change. It was cool, but I feel like they kind of rushed the units just to say, here now, you finally have what you've been asking for. Like, Daima Goku was missing some things in his active, like the cool charge up, but Vegeta was done perfectly. I wouldn't say perfectly, but he was done way better. Like, the intro didn't feel right to me. I'm not very good at articulating my thoughts when it comes to like animations on Dokkan, but I don't think the intro was done perfectly. I think the rest of it was done very well. Kind of disappointed. I expected more from the animations. The kit was all right. The EX super attack was kind of a fumble because it's behind a chance. It's behind a chance thingy. The EZAs were random, but cool. 6.5 out of 10. That's a fair one, I think. They fumbled Daima terribly. Those animations are terrible. I would like to think that this person is focusing more so on the animations that are a little more controversial. Not all of them, because there are some good ones. So it's not terrible. Underwhelming. I expected more, but they're probably saving some things for part 2 units. Let's see what they're cooking. I don't like this excuse. It's the anniversary. And I'm not saying you're like defending them. I'm just saying I don't like this excuse because every time throughout the year when we see mid animations, that's, I think, a valid reasoning. I don't know much about game development. I don't know what it really takes, why, you know, each monthly Dokkan Festival is a lower level than the Dokkan Festival LR, whatever. But anniversary is anniversary. This is one of the 2 biggest celebrations of the year. There should not be any compromising on quality. It should be all out, ridiculous, stupidly good quality in every way. There's no excuse. And the fact that some of the animations, in my opinion, aren't that good is a bit of a letdown. And again, it shows. Like, some people accuse me of being a shill. Some people legitimately think I'm sponsored by Dokkan. Believe me, I wish. I'm not. Okay? Some people think I'm that. Some people think I am irrationally, overreactively happy about everything. I wasn't during this. And this is Daima. How long have I been coping about Daima this entire year, this past year, 2025? I have been talking Daima nonstop, coping for it all the time. I finally get it, and I'm not as happy as I wanted to be. That has to mean something. And the fact that people are saying here and there, this animation felt incomplete, that animation felt incomplete, just speaks to the fact that they did not deliver fully as much as they should have. Anyway, love you. I'm getting sleepy. Was already disappointed when they announced Daima. Super Saiyan 4 Daima is the worst DB form. Oh no. So I'm glad that my feelings ended up being valid. No, boo. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is still great though. His animations look awesome and his kit seems pretty good. Guard support is amazing. That is true. I agree with that. I hate what you said at the beginning. I hate you. But I like the last part. Hey, Joe Bucks, 8 out of 10 for me. Excited for the new units. Kits look amazing. Adding a guard for support is awesome. And the potential is phenomenal. People will always complain about stuff, which I understand. The additional RNG for EX Super is a little much, but doesn't feel new. And doesn't feel new. Yeah. I don't think that the... I mean, normally I understand this one. I just feel like this one's warranted. Like, I think I'm part of it. I don't think I'm complaining per se, but I'm a little bummed on some parts of it. Both are really good on paper. Goku's leader is also really good, but for me, Vegeta is 100% better. The leader for the Daima team and his EX super is better because it can trigger with each additional super attack. Agreed. I am not a fan of the EX super attacks. Me too. I agree. Yeah, I think Vegeta is better. I'm sure in my previous video where I talked about the characters, some people will claim it's Vegeta bias, which is also possible, but I just think helping the team, this is a true leader. This is not just a character that gives every unit percentage stats, HP, attack, and defense, and key. This guy's also giving you critical. This guy's giving you guard. This guy's giving you defense on top of defense, on top of defense, on top of defense with that EX attack. Vegeta is a true leader for Daima, and that is something special. I think Vegeta is the better character. Goku's animations are very pretty, but very boring. Vegeta has the better and more fun animations. Both kits are very good and complement each other very well. Goku's animations, yeah, boring. Yeah. Somebody, I don't know who showed it. Somebody did a Garu comparison, which I can't stop thinking about. If you guys have seen One Punch Man, even if you haven't, season 3 of One Punch Man, there's been a lot of controversy because the studio was under duress. Like, the animators had to do everything very fast. And the Garu animation where he's sliding down a hill is literally just in a still image being dragged across. And Goku, one of Goku's attacks, the way that it moves looks very similar to it. And somebody did a comparison and I just can't stop thinking about that. Extremely underwhelming. Animations are plain bad with the exception of the actives. Kits are good for now, but will age like prime milk. And events shown are nothing burgers. The EZAs have potential. Well, we didn't see the challenge events themselves. We just know what's coming up. I don't think that they will age like nothing burgers though. Maybe the Goku, because he's pure damage and he's pure like offense in terms of like most of his support, but Vegeta's passive is going to age like fine wine because now it lowers the standards for what's required for Daima characters moving forward. Daima characters just need to have damage reduction. They don't need to have guard anymore as long as they're super class because Vegeta's got them covered. I think that makes it better. I could be wrong, in my opinion. Overall, in my opinion, a very bad part 1, possibly the worst in the modern Dokkan so far. Wow. I don't know what to say to that. That's crazy. Hey, it's your opinion. I'm hyped for the units as someone who loves Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 3. Very key. Daima gets too much hate and people need to stop being so negative all the time. Relax. It's clear that they held back as a means of doing another version of each character, but something about this feels strange. Their animations, Goku in particular, just feels like punching a bunch without much flair past Daima looking beautiful. Gonna be fun in double speed, but overall, meh. I understand. I kind of get it. Yeah. Some of the animations, I even mentioned this in my video, like there's not a lot happening around it. When Vegeta is punching Goma through, you know, like the ground, there's a bunch of ground that's like kind of flying by, but for a few seconds all you see is just a couple of dots, which is the lights that represent Vegeta and Goma, and then a bunch of brown that's kind of zooming by. And again, you know what's happening, but ultimately it is very lackluster in certain spots. This is the first time that a Vegeta has better animations than a Goku. Vegeta feels like a much better unit for the team overall, while Goku just feels like a hard-hitting character like usual. But the second the Daima team falls off, Vegeta will lose a majority of his value. That is true. I got nothing. That is true. You're right. Even Daima haters admit that the animation of Daima is great. I have no idea how they managed to fumble it. Tywin Lannister. Oh my. Oh my. I really like how both units turned out. I'm glad we get 4 unique animated abilities each. Oh. 4 unique. Oh, you're talking about the active skills and the EX. I am not the biggest Daima fan, but these boys have me hyped to summon. Let's see these Daima summon animations. Horrid, horrid, horrid. These were made with no love. The direction of the animation was one of the worst I've ever seen. It's like they don't storyboard anything when they put these animations together. I like it. I am kind of disappointed in the animations that they aren't terrible, but making us wait so long for these units and their animations not even scratching top 3 is very disappointing. Yes. This is kind of what I was talking about. You made us wait so long for this and you can't deliver in every way. I am absolutely hyped. Both Goku and Vegeta look supremely cool, really well-designed units. They both have animations and kits worthy of who they are, and that's what matters the most. The kits are very, very good. And I like that they're different. It's like, I mean, I don't know if it's totally like this, but Goku is the sword and Vegeta is the shield. But his shield doesn't just shield him, it shields everybody. It's like one of those giant shields. I don't know what it's called. I am so sleep deprived. Ugh. Can only speak to their animations. Vegeta is better by a long shot. Goku's animations, mostly for his 12 and 18 key, look underwhelming AF. Amen. Everything looks fire, blows any other part 1 out of the water. I don't know if I agree. Any other part 1? I don't know if I agree, but it's your opinion. They're holding back so much for Goku. Oh, this is one of them. I think this is one of the tweets that I saw. For Goku, missing power up before Kamehameha, no spin kick. I would have took this 12-second video for an 18 key. They're holding back for what? I can't believe this is an anniversary unit treatment. For Vegeta, he's fine, just missing consecutive punches. I really wanted that Superman attack. This is what I was saying in my reaction. Vegeta does the Superman attack from the Zack Snyder Man of Steel movie. And yeah, Goku, this part they don't show, yeah. This would have been nice to see as well. And again, like, think of where we are. Daima took 5 years to show up. Okay, we got it. And then in 6 months, nobody's going to care about Daima because Dragon Ball Super Beerus is going to come out. This was our shot. And it should have been a 100%, you know, well-executed thing. And it wasn't. To me. Please don't hate me. This is just my opinion. There are instances of sliding PNGs in both of their animations, which isn't great. I don't mind the new EX super attack mechanic, but I can imagine it getting annoying when you don't get it. For Goku particularly, since you have crit and proc it is important for his active too. I feel like maybe them making the Daima characters a part of the 11th anniversary was last minute. The fact that Goku doesn't do a charge up before the Kamehameha is literally a huge L. Also, Daima screams perfect part 2 characters. Not too hype, not too lame. Definitely not headliners. I think they're headliners. But it's also because we're so far into the timeline where Daima is not the #1 topic of conversation. That also hurts it. I like Vegeta's kit. Seems really fun. Seems fun to play with. Not so hyped for 4... I thought this said 4 kids. 4 coups though. Their animations are okay. I'm not a Daima fan, so I might just be biased here. They do seem to lack a few frames. They look a bit stiff in parts. I'll probably wait to go all out on part 2. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to skip down to the bottom and work my way up because we're 23 minutes into this. I want to try to get some of the comments that are at the bottom. It's funny, as I was scrolling down, I found some bad words. I managed to hide it. You actually might end up with a clean video. I love Dokkan. Nice. Very happy, but this... Damn it. Well, actually, no, you know what? Technically, this is not a bad word. This is not a bad word. Bitching is not a bad word. But this endless bitching about Daima is getting old. That is not a bad word. Look it up. English language, baby. Goku's passive isn't bad. Although it would have been better if it had also provided support to Goku's family, since it's part of his leader skill. One part of the passive goes to Goku's family. Right? Yeah, one part of the passive goes to Goku's family. However, the animations for his 12, 18, and EX super attacks leave a lot to be desired. 1 out of 4. I don't want to click on that because I'm scared about the depressing trending topics, so I'm gonna have to keep it right there. Both look amazing, and their kits will probably be even better than they look on paper. EX super attacks is experimental at this point. I like the concept, but I think it'll be done better in the future, and Dokkan players are super ungrateful. That is true. That is true. Collectively, we can be a very ungrateful fan base. They clearly did not put enough time and budget into these 2 units because even with free-to-play Daima units, could have argued to have had better animations. Free-to-play Daima units? Like, maybe? Kit-wise, they both look very good. I'm excited to use them. I personally believe that Vegeta's kit is far better than Goku's. Goku's kit pales in comparison to Vegeta's with his team support and all the different areas of the team that he covers. Agreed? I think the animations were a little underwhelming. I don't like Daima, so I wasn't going to summon on part 1 anyway, but I do think that they should have commissioned the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Int Gohan animator, considering these are anniversary units. Yes, Yes, yes. Break out all the funds for anniversary. Yes. Hype already switched my account. My main account. Oh, you got multiple accounts, I guess? Okay. I can't see. My vision is like blurred up. I'm about to pass out. Sadly, it looks to be the least hype anniversary we have ever had. All right, man. Animations look subpar even compared to the 10th anniversary, not even close to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's animations, and it's the first time I look at anniversary units kits and wonder if they are even that good. I think you should look closer. That's a bit much, man. Come on. Steve Nash's biggest hater? Does Dokkan, like a majority of the community, just hate Daima? Dude, even I'm confused about that. It feels weird for them to not go. Oh, I see. Not go ridiculously hard on the animations, but they kind of feel like they could have just dropped whenever. Okay, you meant like, okay. Yeah, I like Daima, and I was surprised to find out that a lot of people don't like it. It's not bad. I just expected more. Oh my God. All right. I don't know what that is happening up there. I'm going to skip past that. Just curious, but does Super Saiyan 4 Goku have 1000% attack, 800% defense during the first attack? Am I reading that correctly? Something like that. Yeah, I don't know if it's purely additive, like if you actually can just simply add the percentages. I believe there's extra complex calculations for it, but you're just talking about what you were reading. There's a 400% attack, there's another 400% attack, and then a 200%. So I know what you're asking, and yes, but I believe that there is more to it. Calculation. Curse. The main thing isn't the fact that Goku's animations are mid. People wanted Daima to flop from the start, and the looks of it, their agendas worked. Though it doesn't matter, it's still great part 1 for me. I don't know if it goes that deep, but hey, you know what? You never know. Especially considering the 6-7 nonsense. Yes. Okay, thank you for that. Egg, thank you. Peak, thank you. Animations are amazing, and this is me reading their kits for Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 3. This was me with Super Saiyan 3. Vegeta animation is better. I know, isn't that great? Okay, so we got a bunch of shorter stuff. I only liked Vegeta because I hate Daima. Super Saiyan 4 Goku literally don't care for part 1, saving for part 2. Sadly expected a lot for the monkey, but hey, Vegeta will help more for the team. The animations for 12, I'm so distracted by this. What the hell is what is that? All right, please stop. Animations for 12 and 18 key for Goku are mid. Vegeta is more consistent, but still not anniversary level, to be honest. I was super excited, but at this point, I'm not sure. It feels really mediocre for the anniversary level. Maybe should have saved some budget from the Trunks Gohan to use on these units. Yeah. Makes you wonder like how the whole process goes, right? Really makes you wonder. I wonder if we'll ever learn that stuff. For something that is prepared for roughly 1 year, they're pretty underwhelming. Not to mention you have to jump through loops for those EX super attacks, and once you fail to trigger them, you'll get mega pissed off with how different the base and the EX versions are. I didn't think about it that way. I suppose that will be a factor, yeah. I don't think you're not necessarily jumping through hoops. I don't think it's that hard. Like, you have to launch a crit super, and if it doesn't happen, then it's over. But characters with guaranteed crit will get you that. I don't think it's that bad, but you know, this is the start of us trying this, so it's going to be an adjustment period. Let me skip some of the shorter stuff. And oh, here's a good one. Animation wise, Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku 7 out of 10. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta 9 out of 10. Kit wise, 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. I like this. Very concise, succinct, to the point. I like it. Kits are crazy. Definitely best characters in the game, but their animations are bad. And it doesn't make me excited for these EX super attacks. I think they should have kept these for part 2 instead of the headliners. Really disappointed, honestly. They seem really good, but at the same time, incredibly underwhelming. These guys were just released way too late, and it left no room for surprises. Now I think the whole feel for the anniversary will suffer because of it. I am very excited for all the EZAs, though. Worst part 1 ever in any major celebration. Hopefully, my boy Vegeta is even more busted than he looks on paper. Goku's animations look super meh, apart from the active, obviously. Mid. I like the kits of both, but the animations are blah! Well, that's in there. Kits are amazing. Vegeta's animations are great. Goku's animations are all right, but his active anime tune is insane. Kind of expected better animations. I'm so sleepy. Wake up. Can't wait for tonight. These units are going to go hard for Daima. Wish Goku was physical though, so that their types would have been fully reversed. Oh, fully reversed? What do you mean? I am not following that. Fully reversed. I'm too sleepy to think about that. The more I think about it, the more likely I'm going to crash and burn. Animations, both are kind of mid. They could do more, even original. Kits, Goku looks like we'll do crazy numbers, like free 100 million supers, if lucky another. Vegeta, on the other hand, might be the best unit. However, if ever a unit has guard, kind of only meant for mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. No, I mean, it's the future of Daima, and it also, like, what I think also people aren't factoring in is this will also help free-to-play characters. Like, who's got... Here, let me see. Like, the Daima characters, this dude's got some nice damage reduction. He's got 20% damage reduction. Okay, 20% damage reduction. His T-War will probably have more. He'll be launching a bunch of supers. So let's just say damage reduction is like 40%. 40% damage reduction, a bunch of stats, a bunch of supers launched, raising defense. All of that supplemented with guard. That's pretty good. That's free to play. This guy, I believe, has... Does he not have guard? No, he doesn't have guard. He gets 30% damage reduction. He gets a little bit more here. He gets guard as well. 50% damage reduction plus guard just all of a sudden made this free-to-play Goku actually viable on way more events. Vegeta is... He has guard and he has dodge, so he wouldn't benefit from it. But then Glorio, he's your slot 3 rotating support. He has no guard. He has only dodge. Now he has guard. In slot 3, he's launching a bunch of attacks. So with all of that stat padding, plus the extra rotating support, plus the dodge, guard on top of it gives him more insurance. It helps a lot more people than you think. Obviously, this guy is going to be the biggest beneficiary because he's a slot 1 with damage reduction and stuff like that. But besides that, other people are getting some great upgrades. This guy is getting a great upgrade. This guy has only dodge. He's got some damage reduction, but he has mostly dodge. This guy, well, he's not back yet, so this is not going to really factor in for people. His guard is only for 5 turns. That was one of the weak points about the character that people were kind of put off by. So this now changes. This guy gets permaguard. So it's going to help a lot more than people realize. I don't know what I just said. Oh my God. I am dizzy. I have been robbed once again by Geppy, and this time his accomplice was 6'7". Stupid, man. That's so stupid. Hot take. Agio Gogeta 4 animation is a bad thing that happened in Dokkan. I get what you're saying. I know where you're going with that. I understand where you're coming from. I understand. It set a new standard by which everything else will be measured against. Yep. I still like it though, and I don't regret it being there, but I understand where you're coming from. Not a fan. Vegeta had Vegito has no, oh my God, has no multiplicative defense, and Goku sits at 44% damage reduction with guard. 54% damage reduction, not 44%. That's just not enough, even with high stats. Goku also wants to be run in slot 1, but to trigger his EX super, you got to do crits, only 60% in slot 1. So I talked about this in my video. The way that it's designed, you're going to open with Super Saiyan 4 in slot 2, thereby triggering the 40% crit bonus for 5 turns. Then you come back on the second turn and you move him into slot 1, and it's a guaranteed crit. So essentially, when you do that, your EX attacks are going to start on the second appearance, which is kind of standard anyway for active skills and extra abilities anyway. So it's not that bad. It's just not slot 1, frame 1, immediate God mode. That's all. But hey, to each their own. I'm going to wrap this up before I lose it. Let's just scroll through and just pick up a couple comments here and there. Animations are good. I like them, but not superior. Kits are broken, I think, so we need them on future events. EX super attack mechanic is meh. I don't need more RNG. I'm going to summon for Goku first try. First, sorry, Toon, I like Vegeta too, but Goku is more broken in my thoughts. You'll see. You'll all see. Goku's animations outside of the active are kind of mid. Kit-wise, I think I prefer Vegeta. Not that Goku is bad, but I think he'll just age faster. I'm hoping I'm wrong, though. My thoughts are Super Saiyan 4... Goku, oh God, it's too bright. I can't look at that. Super Saiyan 4 Goku was really impressive how much he can do. EX Super voice clean, active skill clean, but why did they do Vegeta so gritty? His animations were amazing, and can't forget the EX part, but his kit kind of made me disappointed. This is a huge twist from what most people are saying. I think you need to take a look a little further, because Vegeta's gonna surprise you. But you know what? That's the beauty of this, man. Like, no matter where you stand in this conversation, you may feel one way about a character when you read it. but when you apply it, when you use the character, things can change. And this is a prime example of that, because I think our boy PKG is going to be in for a big surprise when you try out that Vegeta. I gotta stop, dude. I'm gonna lose it. Vegeta finally got a W in terms of better animations, which is rare, as you know, Tune. So we should live in the moment. I am happy. Vegeta looks great. Vegeta looks great. Let's go. Let's go. GDC better. Oh no, good quality, but not anniversary worthy. What the hell is this? Biggest Dokkan fumble since Blue Boys, and I'm not looking forward to another Evolution Blue, Royal Blue. Ugh, UI regardless of animations. All right, guys. That is going to be where we wrap this up. I am so sorry. I am just about to collapse. So this is obviously not everybody. If I missed your comment, I'm very sorry. Post your comment again in the comments, because eventually I will look over the comments and I'll probably see what you have to say. But as I said, a lot of people have very mixed opinions on these characters. I think ultimately the final verdict is going to be from the actual showcases, so look forward to that. I will be going live later on tonight to summon for these characters, and I will be testing them out. So make sure you guys tune in for that. We will test them out and we'll see what they're like together. And then of course I'll give my opinions. As far as the should you summon stuff, I'll probably drop that video after I do my summons and everything, because I honestly can't say right now without seeing the whole banner, and honestly without even seeing the EZAs. So yeah, I'm gonna stop here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what time did you go to sleep last night? How many hours of sleep did you get? But also, what do you think about all these different things? The mechanic, EX super attack. What do you think about the character animations, the character kits? Are you guys looking forward to it? You guys gonna be summoning? Let me know your thoughts overall, your stone counts, everything in the comments down below. Also be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you'll do something you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Good night. Sleep well. Sleep tight. Love you. Goodbye.